Hey. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome. Good morning, everybody, to Wednesday, April the 12th, 2023. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. This is Stock Markets with Bruce, the channel where this guy tries to tell you what's going on in the markets in plain English as best he can. I'm watching headlines breaking right now for inflation data. U.S. Consumer Price Index rises 0.1% in March below forecast. Core CPI minus food and energy increases 0.4% in March. Waiting to see what the fallout on this actually is. Does this market, pre-market, like this? Uh, doesn't like it. So far, we're understanding it seems to be less than expected, or so far. So that's positive. Waiting to see how all this kind of translates out once you get deep and deep and deep into the numbers. There you go. Welcome one and all to the folks to the show. CPI, says Nick, is 5% versus 5.1% forecast. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, as Shama Lima Ding Dong is saying, I wish we could see a nosedive on GameStop. I want to get out of these $15, $16, and $17 calls. Puts on AMC. Oh gosh. Option 20, number 23. Good morning, all. Glad to be back after a little vacay. Welcome back from a vacay. Hope you had a good time. Nice to see you here. Yearly increase in core CPI edges up to 5.6 in March from 5.5. So the core number is higher. So there's stuff going on here. How is this going? 2 clicks right. Hey there, Uncle Bruce. How's Auntie Jen recovering? Just got a new hip. Just got my new hip March 22nd. Jen is doing great. Really, really great. She's, I would say, 99% normal now. She is not back to where she was before the operation. She is back to where she was 5-6 years ago, going as she was declining, even longer, maybe 8 years ago. Her ability to get around is incredible, pain-free. We went to the shopping mall yesterday here in town and walked the entire upper level, lower level. She went off shopping. I went to the bookstore. It's normal. I don't have to be with her, and she doesn't have to hold on to my arm anymore for support. She's not worried about maybe tripping and falling. She's just out there buying stuff and carrying bags. We come home after going grocery shopping, and we have 3 or 4 bags of stuff. She grabs a couple of bags and goes in the house. Like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, just after the operation, like a month into the operation, I just say, go in the house, go sit down, relax. I'll bring everything in. And then I would get the ice machine all revved up so she would bring down the swelling on her hip or leg or whatever. None of that. She uses the ice machine now because she likes using the ice machine. She uses it for her knees and her hip, loves using it, but not having to use it. And she can sleep on both sides of her, one side or the other side, no problem. It's huge. It's fantastic. So we're really happy. And I can thank all of you guys for that, because so many of you made a donation to this channel last year through the summer and the fall and the winter leading up to the operation, December 29. And it's been bought and paid for, and the results are phenomenal. So yes, we're excited. We leave the desert in 18 days, and we head back to Canada. And we're sad to leave the desert, but we're also through another chapter in the life cycle here, where this winter was all about getting Jen fixed up, and it worked. And so you gotta kind of go, well, you gotta go back to Canada and leave this lovely area. On the other hand, your traveling buddy is able to walk onto the airplane. There's a big difference now. So yeah, we're really pleased and so excited. And now we are trying to figure out our plans going forward. Dow futures are up 204 points apparently right now. Although my big ass iPad will not show me that kind of information. I don't know. I see it here also on CNBC. The Dow jumps 200 points. So the Dow likes the news that it's getting. The futures just aren't showing it, but apparently our futures are delayed in any event. So So far, so good. I guess so far the news coming out of the inflation area is better, and the market is reacting positively as a knee-jerk reaction to this. Um, Again, the markets trade on the anticipation of future developments. The markets are a reflection, sort of, kind of, how investors feel about what it's going to be like economically going forward 6 months to a year. And at the moment, the Dow is up 200 points in the pre-market, not the market itself, but the pre-market, and that's an indicator of a positive momentum. Now the question is, will it stick? Will it hold? Will it work? Or are we dreaming? And is this all going to evaporate? Because what will replace this is the slowing down of the economy. The talk about the economic slowdown is going to replace this news. Maybe not in the next 15 minutes, but later today, tomorrow, certainly next week, next month, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Headline inflation rate tame in March, but core CPI reading remains elevated. There's always that little, not everybody is always happy, is it? Interesting. Um, yeah, we'll see what's going on here. What else happening here? Warren Buffett is worried. He was quoted earlier this morning. There's a press conference going on. I don't know where he is. Is he in China? I'm not sure. Talking about regional banks in the U.S., he's worried that there might be more banking problems in America, that we're not through it yet, and that I'm not surprised to hear that. He is absolutely correct in his assumption that there could be more failures in some of these smaller banks because as what typically happens is when you ease banking regulations, which were done during the Trump administration. Bank regulations were eased during the Trump administration after the banks were begging them to do something and make life easier for them. Well, it was easier, and they began to become more leveraged than before because in the prior administration, the Obama administration, he inherited banks failing all over the place and the economic crisis at its height, and everything had to be stabilized and set down. But that meant restrictions on what banks could and could not do with all this capital of these depositors. Well, during that things calmed down for 8 years under Obama as far as that went. But then when Trump came in, he wanted to loosen it up and get America going again. So let's give everybody massive tax breaks and really loosen up the regulations for business. And now here we are several years later, failures, over leveraged banks showing up again on the micro level, not at the big level. Thank God for that. We haven't seen that. But here's the problem, kids. When you start to see small regional banks having problems, that's indicative of underlying issues. Still water runs deep is the expression. It looks really calm on the lake, but down below there's all kinds of crap going on that you don't want to know about. That might be the problem with the banking sector, and I think that's what Warren Buffett is referring to, and others who are saying we got issues down there that are pretty bad, and it may possibly affect some of the bigger banks as the months go by and more discoveries are made as to just how ugly some of these bank situations are. Because a lot of big banks invest in smaller banks, and if smaller banks can't pay back or go under, that means the creditors going up the chain are going to have to do write-offs, and that's not good for confidence. So anyway, we'll see where we're going on this. What else is going on? Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I like the title of today's feature topic. Wink, wink. Indeed, GameStop director buys GameStop shares to add to position. That came out the other day. That kind of slipped through the market, and not a lot of people talked about it. Interesting. Anyway, I don't know what's going on here. Oscar Voss, hello, Uncle Bruce. Nice to see your show today. I just wanted to let you know I lost all A made in 21 already, $500,000 after taxes. I don't know how to start. It's been going long. Miss your advice. I lost all in 2020 already, over $500,000 after taxes. I'm quite sure what this means, but there's hearts and happiness and everything else. Thank you. Number 54, hi from Sweden from Bjorn. DQ number 54, or I might be 55 or something. Well, thank you for the thumbs ups, DQ from Pittsburgh. Appreciate it, my friend. Great to have you here today. Good morning, all. Did you guys see the little story about the NFL? What was it called? The Prime? Is it Prime Ticket or something like that? It's a package, a TV package through. I think it's through YouTube. You can watch. I guess it's like unlimited NFL football. You can watch every game or whatever else. It's up to $450 is the worst that you'd have to pay now to get this feature. $450 to watch NFL football on television. Really? I don't know if NFL is that important to me. Of course, I'm old. Hey, and then there's Jen, and she loves her Steelers. But 450 American dollars for prime ticket or whatever it's called. You got to be kidding me, man. Is someone in dreamland here? Have we reached a point where we've gone too far? Is there one step too far? I don't know. I can't say. Oscar's smiling. Thank you, Oscar. Good morning from Flint Creek Soap Company. Shamalama Ding Dong. Sofi's up $6. It's over $6 in the pre-market on Sofi right now. I say giddy up, Sofi. Don't be holding back on us. Let's get it on. Make it happen. 604 up 7 cents. Let's take a run to $10 a share, and then $12 a share, $15 a share. There are going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of options written out of this channel, from this channel's followers on Sofi, which will bring in millions and millions of dollars annually into the pockets of my viewers, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to see my viewers pick off some new clothing. They'll change their fashion statement. They'll start looking like me when I go out all the time. Right there, that you're gonna see these kinds of people everywhere, and those are Uncle Bruce followers, no question about it. When you start walking around like that in your hometown, that is a sign that you've made it big writing call options, and you gotta love that. Congratulations, all of you. Let's go shopping. Okay. What else is? The two clips are sleeping on my side is the thing I've missed most because of this operation. Yes, that's the thing they tell you, but they don't emphasize it. It's called recovery, and of course you're coming out of it from the end of March, so it's early days for you. It's very early days. You're probably still under meds. Jennifer, I think, stopped taking her meds. Well, she didn't need some of her meds, which were optional pain meds. I think after about 3 weeks or so, she didn't need them anymore. And then she just took the meds she was supposed to take through a 60-day duration or whatever the heck it was, and that was it. No other meds required. And Jen just started bit by bit more doing her exercises like she was told, and they paid off. They paid off beautifully. When you get into physio, or things really start to improve, because the physiotherapist will guide you and will help you along, and will encourage you, and you're going to be amazed at how quickly things really accelerate after the first full month. After that, recovery is massive. It's just mad. The swelling is going away. The movement is there. The pain level is dropping off. Strength is coming back. Everything. It's just fantastic. And then it all adds up to just a better everything. Your appetite's better. Your sleeping is better. Your reserve energy is better. Your attitude is better. It's a self-feeding positive thing. So yeah, keep it going. Don't be stopping now. Robert, laugh out loud. Nice picture there. Oscar, I will like to rock. Kind of like to rock again. Giddy up. Giddy up, everybody. Well, come on back and enjoy, everybody. Thank you for being here. By the way, thank you to those of you. A special shout out to the folks who have been taking advantage of the offer that I have put out there this week for classes. Lesson number 15 was broadcast on this channel on a private setting on Saturday. to a select number of viewers who were class members of number 15. Lesson 15 is being edited right now, should be ready in the next day or two, being edited by my editor. And I brought out an offer on Monday for all the classes that exist now, 15 classes that are now available for you to learn how to write options and become a better option writer, understanding the philosophy of the options, how to buy them, how to sell them, profit amounts you should consider, when to do rollovers, how to do rollovers, stink bids, stink offers, 90-10 rule, on and on and on and on and on. 15 lessons, at least almost 2 hours long each. 30 hours probably of instruction now. You can buy 5 for the price of 4. So $750 worth of classes for $599.99 are available. And a number of you have immediately jumped on this, and you've gotten a hold of me, and you've told me in no uncertain terms, thank you, Bruce, for doing this. I've been waiting for you to put them back on sale. There is the PayPal address if you want to make a donation of $599.99 US to get your hands on 5 classes, including number 15, if that's the one you also need. Those of you who are newbies, my recommendation for you is get the first 5 classes and start from 1 to 5 and get on with it. Because by the time we get to class 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, you really need to have done 1 to 5, 5 to 10 to get a handle, because it's a progression kind of a thing. We add more and more layers to the option story as each lesson goes by. And the kind of questions that were being asked on Saturday from a vast majority of the viewers on Saturday were rather complicated and rather advanced, I'll say, because again, the class was advanced poor man covered call strategy. And so people were really asking great questions. But we went into synthetic option information. We went into advanced poor man covered call strategy or vertical spread strategy, whatever you want to call it. And that's the way this is going. That this channel is growing its base, and it's the base of the viewers of this channel are graduating higher into more detailed option trades, and they need much more detailed information. And it is really working out for a ton of you guys. There are people already, I am certain of it, that have been with us for 2 years. They watched me from the beginning of me going live on this channel back in 2021. Started writing options in the summer of 2021, and now it's 2 years in, and they're hardly here anymore. They're watching, they're hearing, but they're not participating much in the day-to-day discussions because they are so busy actively trading their portfolios that they're not in need of minute-to-minute answers on certain questions. This is natural. This is a complete normal kind of a thing. You kind of graduate out of the first semester, the first 5 classes, and then the second semester, the second 5 classes. You get into those third 5 classes, the third year, you're moving into another level of sophistication on how to trade contracts and the kind of money you're making. And there are people through here who have graduated to a degree and have come by here once in a while to see how the old man looks and how's he doing. Is his hair coming back? No. Is his face for radio any better? No, it's a face for radio. He's still there, but the voice is still there. So I thank you all who come through this channel and have had have learned a lot about option writing, and you move forward. More power to you. And if you're popping in to say hi, I love it when you do. It's great. But then there are those who are so happy to be here and want to be here all the time because this is their new home on YouTube. I thank you all for being such loyal followers. Thank you for those of you who've been going to the website here, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, to order your classes whenever you want. You can buy them one at a time, all you want. If you do want to take advantage of the 5-for-1 deal, please make a donation for $5.99 and then head over here to my website and send me an email and let me know that you would like 5 classes. So you can buy 5 classes for the price of 4, $5.99 for the bundle. and let me know what class numbers you would like. And so I get these emails. They'll say, I just sent you 59999. Here are the 5 classes I would like to have. And if you want to add number 15 to the as your 5th class, you'll get that sent to you between now and probably the weekend. We're getting close to firing, getting number 15 done. So thank you all for your support of the channel, and congratulations to those of you who have really figured out how option writing is working for you, and you've made it work for you. I'm so excited. Anyway, there you go. I'll never understand why the NFL limits his viewership. I hear you there. Options nomads. Home skill Sofi earnings spree market in 13 trading days. Let's go, baby. Let's go. JL Mark, number 69, thumbs up. Hector, Uncle Bruce, wheat traders are also trading less frequently due to the decrease in premiums and writing 6 months into the future. Well, Hector, what also is happening is, part of that statement is absolutely correct, but part of that's what you're missing and what you're not mentioning is that the premiums you are bringing in are substantial when you look at the percentage of what you're putting up versus what you're getting out. And a number of you have really found a way to enhance your earnings by writing further out contracts for much larger premiums, giving you the flexibility to make trades and not be trapped with rollover problems, which is can be a killer for some of you because you're underfunded and you're not able to afford rollovers. But the other thing that's happened on this channel that really has made a difference in the last probably 6 months is where many of you are now writing options on deep in the money options. You've purchased leaps and you're now writing synthetic. You're doing synthetic option writing because you're writing options on options. You've sold your stocks that you used to have in certain companies and you turned them into deep in the money calls instead, giving you way more of those than you had the ability to write way more contracts than you could before. Some of you were writing 5 contracts at a time on Gamestop. You're now writing 12 contracts at a time on Gamestop. You've rolled up into 15 and then 18 and then 22. Some of you are now into the 30s, the 50s, and the 80s at a time. And it is better to have much more control over that than be subject to a whiplash effect that could knock you off of your keister. If you need to roll over 70 or 80 calls in a moment's notice, that is a bit stressful for a lot of you, obviously, and might be financially too much to do. But there's no question. Premiums are lower on GameStop because why? Volume is lower on GameStop. Why? The company doesn't talk. Am I right? I think I'm right. It is what it is. The market is what it is. However, there are those of you who now started to pick up deep in the money calls, and you're beginning to write options now on other stock that you never thought you'd write stock options on, like AI, like Unity Software. In the last 6-8 months, Tesla shares now have started to come into vogue because of that price dip we watched. When Tesla dumped off down to the 100 level, you guys stepped in and bought deep in the money calls on Tesla because that stock went from $375 to about $100, and that's where this channel moved in, and you guys started writing on that, and it's an evolution. It's a constant change. Things don't stay the same. 2 clicks right. Can't stand the Oxy. The Oxy. Tylenol works better for me. Have been online part-time since day 9. Dropped the walker at about 2 weeks, and I can feel the improvement every day. Right on. The walker is gone, and way to go. You're coming back. 2 clicks. You are on your way back. Oxycodone, or what it's called. Yeah, I hear you. Dude, thank you for the 73 thumbs ups. Alex, I've noticed the time premiums typically will give you more money overall than conservative writes shorter in time. So 3-6 months out isn't a huge deal. Home Skillet, new member of this channel. Thank you, Home Skillet. Welcome to the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce membership level, and appreciate you being here. All of you who are rolling over your contract. All of you are rolling over your memberships. You get notified every month from YouTube that your membership is expiring. Would you like to roll into another month of membership with Bruce's channel? I thank you all who are doing that automatically and do it every month without question. Love to have you here. It's why we're still on the air. Hector, Uncle Bruce, thank you for putting more flesh onto my bony observation. Stephen, I'm writing on Square Block. Nice premiums on Square. Vash, the company does talk when legally required to. They don't hype. I know it's not helpful for the option players, but that's not what the company is supposed to care about, says Vash. Zed, 77 thumbs ups. Alberto, 100 cover calls on Tesla by the end of 2023. Thanks to you. Let's go. Would you like to be in a position to write 100 covered calls at a time on Tesla shares? That is serious dough coming in the front door there. It's exciting. And, I know it's doable for so many of you, without question. For some of you, it'll take a while, obviously, because you're starting at a much lower level than Alberto did. But boy, this is the name of the game here, is to build up the ability to write a higher number of calls. You want to give yourself a pay raise. You go from, say, 1,000 shares of company whatever and turn that into 18 deep in the money calls of the said company. Write 18 calls, enough cash now to buy 3, 4, 5 more calls and write on those. You're now writing 23 calls at a time going forward, and you're going to add to it from 10. This is leveraging up and taking advantage of this option market that in many cases, depending on which option you want to write, will offer you gobs of cash that you cannot believe they're handing over. It's unbelievable. People get used to the new normal that they're in, and the only time you realize how well you're doing sometimes is when you look backwards and you go back, well, what was I doing when I first started writing options? Oh, I remember the first 3 months I wrote options. I wrote I wrote these small amounts, and I made all kinds of mistakes because I didn't take the classes, and I was doing shortcuts and listening to Bruce, and I just thought I'd start trading and following other people. And then you realize, if you take the classes and you take the time and maybe have a one-on-one with Uncle Bruce after a while, you kind of learn to settle down and understand how option trading really works. And you realize this isn't a 100-yard dash at all. This is a marathon. This is forever. You don't ever stop writing contracts. It's an always normal thing. It becomes part of your daily existence. And it's like having your coffee first thing in the morning, making that coffee and checking out how your calls are doing and how the shares are doing. And you're always looking for your next rollover opportunity. Kids, it's the new normal. It's the way to quit your day job and work with one of these, if you would like to, anywhere you can go. And that is why there are people here who come onto this channel and say, I haven't been here for a while. I went on a trip. Well, they took their phones with them. They were trading while they were gone. Yes, you can do that with your option business. You can be a full-time option writer anywhere in the planet, anytime you want to be an option writer. You just need Wi-Fi, and that is getting easier and easier to find globally. No question about it. Alberto, doable? Uncle, your process works. Proven facts, no doubt about it. Right on, buddy. Edward, hey, Bruce, I've been watching you on and off since Gamestop went interstellar. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate that, my friend. You mentioned options when talking about Sofi. Do you think the stock is a long-term hold? As I bought shares, best wishes from Rainy, England. Love Sofi. I really do. I love these guys. They are firing on all cylinders. They are adding members all the time at a faster pace. I think this company is pretty well, or is about to announce, and this could come at any time. I don't know, what day, what week, but we are not far away from hearing the news that Sofi is profitable, because they've been scaling up and scaling up and scaling up and scaling up for years and years and years. And experts were saying 2 years ago it would take them 5 years to become profitable. Then a year ago they were saying, it's 4 years before they become profitable. 6 months ago, in 2 years they'll become profitable. Now in the last few months, any quarter now, they're going to become profitable. Well, the company's exceeded expectations every quarter when they release financials. Every quarter they've announced a better result than was expected. And I'm just waiting now for the word that they have hit the magic moment where, member number whatever million, whatever 100,000, whatever that person was the tripping point where the company started to make money now. Because when you have an economies of scale get to a certain level, you make money. It happened at Tesla several years ago when Tesla was cranking out cars. They were cranking out the Model S, then the Model X, and then they brought out the Model 3. And the Model 3 had all those pre-orders, and then they started delivering those cars, which were late. Admittedly, they were 6 months, a year behind schedule because they had, brand new company, brand new product. What do you want? But all the buyers of Model 3s were patiently waiting for the Model 3s to arrive. And then they started arriving. And then they brought out the Model Y. And the same thing, it went all through the same thing all over again. Startup and issues and glitches and all that crap. Then they turned a profit. The corporation turned a profit. Because once you crank out your 100,000th Model 3 and your 100,000th Model Y, you kind of know how to build them now. And you know how to squeeze dollars out of every one you make thereafter. You make them more and more profitable every week, every month. They get more and more profitable, and that's volume of scale. It's just scaling it up, and that's what's happening at Sofi. Sofi has so many products that they're offering. They just took over a mortgage company. They got their bank charter. Everything positive has been happening for Sofi, just everything. The only negative in the only ointment has been the student loan thing, but that hasn't been a major issue for Sofi because it isn't their business. It isn't the only thing Sofi does. It's not known as a student loan bank. Sofi is a full-blown chartered bank with all the services and growing dramatically. And where the new clients are coming from for the last 2 years are not students. They're people who are working for a living, families, people in their 40s, 50s, 60s are all joining up on the Sofi bandwagon. And just heard, I think the other day, I can't remember who said it, but someone mentioned to us the other day that a bank announced the closure of 100 and something branches because they're going digital as well. Banks are closing bank branches across America because the customers are not coming into bank branches for daily withdrawals and teller services. They're doing it online. They're quite happy doing their banking with this. They're quite happy ordering their food from this. They're quite happy ordering from Amazon on this. It's been a major trend. They're using this for many aspects of their lives, and banking is one of them that is just automatic. This is a no-brainer for banking to go to. Sofi only is an online fintech banker, and they're going to become a huge player in this business, and they're already on their way. So I'm excited. I can't wait for the shares to reach a reasonable higher level where we will then see the ability for the viewers of this channel to start writing some meaningful contracts for meaningful premiums, like $2 a share, $3 a share premiums is what I'm looking for. Those days. We're at 6:02 on the pre-market. Thank you very much. 25 minutes till we open. This is like the third time in the last week and a half the stock has kind of touched 6, but it always backs up a little. There will come a day, it might be today, but there will come a point in time where the stock will break through 6 and just go right up to 6.5 and is not going to come back. It then will go after 7, and it will just begin the march into much higher levels because the street is going to figure this out, if not already beginning to notice. These guys are they're making money. They're cranking some dough here. Like one of my viewers said, 13 days away from the earnings report for the first quarter of the year, first 3 months of this year. Did they turn the profit a month ago? Did they turn into a profitable bank on the 30th of January? I don't know. I don't know if they know. They might know. I'd love to hear it. They may say we only lost a penny a share in the first quarter. We expect to earn profit in the second quarter. They may come out with that statement on the 13 days at that point in time. What will the stock do then? I'm curious about that. Could it be that the shares might pop? Pardon me one second. They might just pop. I have to turn on a fan. Got to turn on a ceiling fan to cool off the room. Isn't it wonderful? It might well be that the shares pop, $3-4 over a month or so, and run up from 6.5 to 10.5, just naturally, just like without any fanfare. They'll just go there because the company is now a profitable company. And now the question is not when they're going to become profitable. The question is, well, how profitable will they be now? And that's the next chapter of this future of SoFi, is how profitable is SoFi going to be in the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, the one after. And that's where analysts will be debating between each other with, guesstimates, future price predictions. And it's not going to be $3, $4, $5, $6 a share, none of that crap. It's going to be 10, 12, 15, 18, 22. How many dollars per share is this stock going for? That's the talk that's coming. It's coming our way. That's why here, these days may be, well, the last days of cheap SoFi paper. Just anyone selling here a year from now could be really licking their wounds going, why did I sell this stock just before they announced that they were making money? Why did I do that? I gave it all away for just a couple of weeks. God, what was I thinking? That's the way the market is, kids. People buy and people sell. Some do it at the wrong time. What can I tell you? Anyway, thank you all. And thank you, my friend, Edward. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate it that you're here. BP Alberto, way to go. 100 covered calls on Tesla. That's some serious dough. Nick, nice one, Alberto. Yeah, Nick, thanks. Almost there. Robert, I remember the time when I was married to my stocks and I was afraid of the upside when writing calls. Nick inspires me to stick with it. A home skill of May 19, 2023. FRC cash secured puts $14 strike, paying $3.20 per contract. Alberto, compounding, take premiums and add to your position. Once you reach 25, you're adding 2 to 3 contracts every month to your position, and that goes higher too. BB, Alberto, I'm aiming for the first Tesla deep in the money at the end of the month to write one covered call. Got to start a little smaller. GameStop, SoFi will take a while. David, any thoughts regarding day only versus good till cancel trades on covered calls? Day only trades. There's no thoughts. There's no other thoughts but day only, and that's it. Alberto, I started with 7. We start where we can. You got this. BP, thanks, Alberto. Slow and steady, and then I can quit my day job. David, fancy socks. Alberto, I know I sound like an infomercial, but I promise you that that if you follow Uncle's classes and get a one-on-one, it's worth its weight. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. BP, I've done that, Alberto. Just need more powder and time. Jake, this is the same shilling I heard at 50. Because Bruce just is a shell. That's all he does. He just shells all the time. Alberto, BPY, and I found 100%. Alberto, weight in gold. It's the weight in gold. Rock and roll. I do have critics, I'm not perfect. Oh God, no. I'm not perfect at all. Not at all. Do the best we can with what we have, and we try to figure it out from there. That's all we can do. We don't make the market. We're just observing it and trying to figure out where in the market we can work our magic and make our dough. That's what everyone else is doing. The Dow was up 200 on the pre-market. I show now around 150. S&P up 22 points. NASDAQ up 92. We're about 0.5% to 0.75% higher on those markets. Crude oil up 44 cents a barrel, 81.97 in Texas at the moment. So we have a slight gain on the markets, but not massive. It looks good. 601 on SoFi right now is the last trade. We're happy to see that, but we're expecting much, much more. We're up 7 cents on Rocket Lab, $4.14 a share. We've got GameStop up 23, sitting at $22.92. The AMC shares are up 17 cents. The preferreds for AMC are up 1 penny. We're waiting on the final approval from the courts to allow AMC to do a 10-for-1 rollback. And, I do not see better days ahead for these investors in the common shares or the preferred shares. I just don't. Matterport, we're up 6 cents at 283. 23andMe is up a couple of pennies, 221. Spire's up 3 cents to 66. ATIP looks like it's unchanged, maybe 1/10 of a penny higher. Smart Rent up 7 cents to 267. Cyxtera, $40.50. No, 40 cents, 40.5 cents a share on Cyxtera. We're up $1.6 cents. I want to say $1.68. 1.68 cents higher in the pre-market on Cyxtera. And yesterday, over 3 million traded. And the shares did break 40 during the session yesterday with a late sell-off, which is always the case. I think there's a battle going on between short sellers and long buyers on Cyxtera. The long buyers will win because the stock's book value is $1.75, something like that, and it's trading at 1/4 of its value, if that. So this is super cheap at the moment. Apple up 87 cents. Goldman's up 264. Cisco's ahead by 23 cents. Tesla's up 430 to 191 again. Arc Innovation's up 90 cents to 39.68. Microsoft is up 217, but not recovering back to where it was last week, 285. Bed Bath and Beyond is at 32 cents. Apparently they've raised 40-something million, 42 or 48 million, they say. So far, they're trying to raise 300 million. They have 15 cents on the dollar in so far. Not great. I'm going to see how this plays out. Pfizer down 4 cents. HBQ up 21. Carvana up 52 cents. Google up 117. Amazon up 108. And NVIDIA's up 265. Unity showing a 69.70 cent gain in the pre-market right now. That's the story as I see it. There's some of these stocks that we're following. And 603 now on Sofi, up 6 cents on the session. Giddy up, everybody. Way to go. David Flores, Bruce, I am number 95 on your thumbs up meter. You're going to get 200 today. Thank you, everybody, for helping us out there. Juan, I know I wasn't supposed to, but I have a couple of calls I bought for Sofi, December 6 strikes. I paid $1.27 for these, and I'm hoping the next few quarters are good. So far, I'm up a bit. I already have 300 shares. Robert Benson, Bruce, you are the best option explainer I've seen since I began trading stocks. Thank you for that. Work hard at it. Steve Jackson, keep up. ME, you're going the wrong way. Come on, ME. One, just waiting to break $10 to write against my stock on the Sofi. I can't wait for for this to happen. I know it's going to be fabulous because there's so many of you who are patiently waiting to write contracts on your Sofi. The key is, of course, is to maximize your premium income in, minimize your risk of being exercised. Although if you do get exercised at a profit, it is what it is. You get taken out, you buy back in, and you write more calls and keep it going. We don't fear being exercised. But those of you who have been able to move into Tesla shares, Apple shares, Microsoft, Cisco, Pfizer, HPQ, AI, Unity, so many others, using shares or using deep in the money calls by adhering to the 90-10 rule, you guys are going to really see accelerated cash flows coming your way. Phenomenal accelerated cash flows. GameStop, of course, as well. It doesn't even need to be said, but I have to say it. The covered call writing of deep in the money calls has been a real jump starter for a number of you folks, and it's really accelerated your ability to raise capital from the options market, serious amounts, to allow you to get more deep in the money calls, to write more contracts, and or a number of you have taken advantage of this increased cash flow to buy more deep in the money calls, but also buy up depressed stocks to bring your averages way, 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 way down and much closer to the market. I commend all of you. I know it started with Sofi. Many of you were writing calls on GameStop and other stocks to then buy Sofi shares in the $4 and $5 neighborhoods, and you brought your averages way, way down here over months and months and months of dedicated and non-stop disciplined buying to average down your SoFi shares. Any pop from here to 10, 12 bucks a share, virtually every viewer of this channel, I mean, almost every one of you will be ahead of the curve on your SoFi. And if you're looking at writing 12 and 14 and $15 call options, oh boy, is the money going to flow in. And whether you buy more SoFi or whether you buy something else, way to go, everyone. I'm excited for you. It's the beginning of a nice road to a different economic level. I can see that. I know so many of you have thousands of shares of SoFi. You're going to be writing tens and tens of contracts, just tens of them. I wouldn't be surprised that by the time SoFi reaches $20, $25 a share, a number of you are going to sell your SoFi shares and you're going to buy deep in the money calls. You're going to pick up 5s, 8s, and 10s. Does that sound familiar to any of you, buying $5, $8, and $10 deep in the money calls on a 20-something dollar stock? Does that sound familiar to any of you? And just think how many calls you're going to write then on your SoFi. It's just going to explode. This channel, the viewers of this channel are going to be rewarded in spades for all of the patience that they have given this stock. And of course, this begins, I hope, the turnaround of all the SPACs that you've acquired, former SPACs, and upward movement we go, and earnings coming in. I'm waiting for Matterport, waiting for SmartRent, Rocket Lab, 23andMe. When do they turn a profit? When is that happening? It's coming. I mean, these guys are sitting on dough. They don't have debt. They're growing their business. They're growing their clientele. They all will become profitable. It's only a matter of time. And the market will finally figure it out. But you guys are early. And there it is. That's the story. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Yeah, here we go. Just waiting for it to break 10. BP, going to be a while before Spire, ATIP, and all the others reach 10, but just, hope and wait. Alex, I mean, yeah, long run, they will be up, but it's been a long while for these stocks. 2 years, I think I've been all down over 50%. Well, the bear market is entering its second year this November. The markets haven't been helping either. Interest rates have gone up now for over a year. The U.S. economy is going to slow down. So the markets have taken the hit. Money market funds have taken the hit. Banks are taking the hit and are failing. I mean, this isn't a SPAC problem. This is not a SPAC-led market going lower. This market is going lower for much bigger reasons. SPACs are just part of the whole thing. Jeff, 2 years to average down. Exactly. No excuses. No excuses out there for not being averaged down. There you go. Let's see what happens. Can't wait to get this party started, kids. Some of you guys are going to really, really be paid well for your patience. Really be rewarded. Thank you. All of you who are here. We have 105 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Thank you for those of you who are joining this channel, renewing your memberships, who've been here now over 2 years as channel members, and are renewing your memberships every month going forward. Love that. Thank you all for that support. Jennifer and I are very much appreciative of that. Love being here with you every day, Monday to Friday, first thing in the morning, watching these markets, trying to explain it and see where we're at. We will endure. We're going member only on commentary now. Thank you, all of you who are here watching. If you're watching as a lurker, as just a common watcher, you're more than welcome to be here. Of course, thank you for that. Those of you who are watching as just subscribers, thank you. Those of you just watching and not subscribers, please become a subscriber. Hit the thumbs up button and consider becoming a member of this channel. Join the family of viewers on this channel, the finest family YouTube has, as far as I'm concerned. The support that the viewers give this channel I don't think any channel has better support for the number of members that it has. I doubt there's any channel that has a stronger core following than this one does. It's hard to shake people away from a channel when they see how they can make dough in the markets and make the market pay them to be here. I defy another channel to do better than that. Congratulations, all of you who are writing options and are learning how to do this, who have changed your lives dramatically in how your accounts are performing. Those of you who have been able to take control of your 401ks, your IRAs, you're now writing options on stuff you've been sitting on for years that has just been sitting there doing nothing. Congratulations to those of you who've taken my classes. You've figured out how to write options. You've made adjustments to your portfolio so that you can write options on assets, because so many of you were stuck in crap that you couldn't even write options against. You had to take a dividend, or you had to just watch capital gains only. Now you've taken full control of your investment world, and you own either stocks or ETFs or deep in the money calls, and you're now writing call contracts on assets that are now bringing you cash that the market never gave you before. It's so exciting to get these messages from you guys, and how some of you have been amazed that after a couple of months and a quarter or two, you all of a sudden decided, I'm taking $5,000 out of my option account and I'm going to pay off that credit card I've been carrying for 5 years. I've had a balance on this card forever. I'm used to getting nailed interest every month on that stupid credit card. I just paid it off. I've not, as an adult, ever not had a debit balance on my credit card until I started writing options, watching this guy. Now I don't have credit card interest payments. Oh, and I don't have minimum payments to make either. My cost of living just went down $300 a month or $500 a month, whatever the number is. Some of you, it was shocking how much debt you were carrying. Some of you have paid off multiple IOUs, whether they were private IOUs to friends, family, relatives that would be reminded every Thanksgiving and Christmas, hey, you kind of owe me that money. You've made IOUs go away. You have made loans disappear. You have taken credit cards and annihilated them, eviscerated them, and you have turned credit card debt into the opposite. You're now shopping for credit cards that give you bonus points for travel and hotel stays. A number of you on this channel have been very smartly getting your hands on credit cards and unloading credit cards. They give you nothing. And you've been acquiring credit cards that give you points to fly for nothing or take hotel stays for nothing, rental car fees. You're figuring out the other side of the financial game. And that is the side where you have cash, you have money, and you have credit card debt or credit cards that you now use for your betterment. I love stories like this. I love it when you guys let me know, oh yeah, I'm staying at the Hilton so-and-so for nothing. I got points on this. I took a flight with so-and-so for $100, or I upgraded my seat from economy to business class, all on points because I qualified for this card and I got these bonus points. And I spend, whenever I spend anything, I use my credit card and then I pay it off in full electronically because of the profits I'm making on the options market. This has changed my life in many, many ways, Bruce. More than just the obvious number one way. Making money from your money is what we're talking about here. It is time for you to take your assets and get them to work for you rather than you be satisfied holding some crap that makes you absolutely nothing. I can't overemphasize that. I mean, how many people who have been holding assets, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars of investments have been tied up in garbage that gives you 3, 4, 5% returns when inflation is 6, 8, 10, 12%. You're losing money. You can't be doing that. You have to make much more than the cost of living. Double, triple, quadruple. You're not getting anywhere. It's time to make it happen. You have to get your money working like you were when you were 18, 20 years of age. Limitless energy all over the place, 24/7. Option writing is a way to make this work. Congratulations, all of you who have figured this out. It's great to have you. Hawkeye number 104, Cindy 107, Oscar, I'm 110 on the thumbs up meter. Giddy up. Splair, good morning, y'all. I'm only shortly lurking during the train ride. Hawkeye, yay, you go, Splayer. Mandu, number 113. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be lurking in prime time here, or at least I look forward. I don't fall asleep. Susan Shops About, I'm here. Splayer was hoping that Uncle Bruce comes again at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yesterday was enjoyable in that case. Susan Shops About, number 118, thumbs up, BP. I'll be asleep because of the time difference as I have to get up and work, so I'll miss prime time show. Everyone, the best part about being a Gold Bagel member is you can join the primetime show tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time, just for the Gold members, live, or you can watch it on rerun anytime you want. If you're a Gold Bagel member, you have benefits over all the other members, and there's two of them. There's the primetime show every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, and the pre-market show, the one that I do before this one every morning, usually at 8 o'clock Eastern. We do a pre-alert show for Gold Bagel members. Become a Gold Bagel member ASAP and join and enjoy 44 live telecasts just for you guys on top of just hanging out with a great gang of people here. Love having you. Thank you all. The knee attacks are always fun. We never tire of those. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Let's make some money in this market. Let's get the Knights of Knee working for you and get these neat emojis all over the place. And let's get you guys a whole lot richer than you are now. Thank you all so much for being part of my channel and taking the classes, looking me up for one-on-ones, and any of you making donations to us. Thank you, Jen, and I do appreciate it. Mirko, neat. Spicy Android, neat. Here come the knee emojis from the members. Here we go. They're out of control. Zeta State, 3 more minutes for the market to open. Mirko, I'm number 128, Bruce, on your thumbs ups meter. You're nowhere near 100. You're now pushing 130. Neat. I don't get the link for primetime rerun, but I get the morning show. Get it up. Neat. Too much fun, everybody. Thank you all for being part of the action. The Big E is here. Neat. Everyone's yelling out their window. Here's the deal. Open your window and yell neat as you send me neat on the channel. Zeta State, there it is. Larry Titus, there he comes. Getting ready. Larry's getting ready to hit the bells to open up this market. Neat. It's out of control. Here we go. Thank you, everybody. Where else on YouTube can you do this? Nowhere. I know. I have no idea. DH Ruda, neat, Bagel Babe, neat. It's right there, yelling at the top of their lungs and waking everybody up in the house. Get up, kids, wake up, get a job, make money, damn it. Bagel Babe, neat. Karen, neat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're getting ready to open in 1 minuto. In a minute, we're going to start this puppy rolling yet again. And let's see what this market has in store for all of you today. Option writers, I have a feeling you're getting richer. That much is what I suspect is going to happen to you guys. If you're running options, you're getting richer. It's I'm sorry to say that's what's going to happen. Nick Demorier, neat. Mandu number 5, neat. Right on. We're up and running, baby. BP, neat. That's right. Here we go. Thank you for picking up 5 classes for the price of 4, guys. Send in your donations. We will send you a list of the emails. I'll send you an email with the classes you'd like. And the class number 15 is on its way. So stand by for class number 15 coming to a website near you, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Thank you all so much for being part of the channel. Larry has rung the bells. It's official. We're up and running. We're going. Bagel Babe. Uncle Bruce, I'm flying to England next week, 9 hours on the plane. Thank goodness I loaded up on your classes for the ride. So you get to watch. 9 hours of class time. By the time you're getting off the plane in London, you're ready to trade. I'm ready to go. I'm going to write contracts. Get out of my way. DQ. Thank you, Larry Titus. Not a lurker anymore. Good morning, Uncle Bruce, number 97, lurker and rerunner. Might have to modify my name. Not a lurker anymore. There you go. Might have to do that. Welcome, everyone, to the show. We're up and going. I think we're up 159 points at the moment. We're up 23 on S&P, 98 on NASDAQ. SoFi looks like we're holding at 606, if I'm not mistaken. We'll double check that. as we get going here. GameStop looks like it's $23 a share, up 31 cents. Cyxtera is 40 cents a share, up 1.2 cents. Unity's up 74, AI up 39. Western Alliance Bank, one of those banks getting hit real hard, is up a little bit now, 32.30. Tesla's holding a gain of 4.49. ATIP is up a tenth of a penny. Apple is up 56 cents. HPQ up 9. First Republic Bank is trying to hang around 14.15. It's up 2 cents. Google's up 118 a share to 107 now. Moderna 156.60, up 137. Cisco's up 12. Pfizer down 13. IBM down 29. Microsoft is up to 284.97, up 214. ME up 5 cents. Matterport up 8. Rocket Lab up 7. SmartRent up 7. Spire 1/10 of a penny higher. Bed Bath & Beyond is up 3/10 of a penny, 31.7 cents. Amazon down 17. Home Depot is up $3. Netflix up $3.96 to $342. Vanik up $2.30. Adobe up $6.06. Goldman Sachs is up $4.22 a share. Boeing up $1.14. Meta up $2. AMC and the preferreds are up about 15.5 cents combined. Royal Caribbean trying to go higher, 64.32, up 88 cents. Carvana up 35 cents. We got Target up 83. JP Morgan up $1. Costco up 52 cents. Walmart down 36. Disney up 96 cents. Nvidia up 246. And American Airlines getting hit today, down 77 cents to 13.54, taking a whack because they were predicting not as rosy numbers as people had hoped they were going to predict. There you go. There's the problem of predicting what you're going to do. If people don't sense that you're as optimistic as they thought you were, they will whack your market and get out. That seems to be what's going on. Well, we'll see what happens. BP says to Bagel Babe, the weather's supposed to get better next week in the UK. Dude, I prefer to watch live. Tuesday is the only day I can't listen. So while at work, only thumbs and silence from me on Tuesdays. Dude, welcome back to the show. Nice to have you here today. We've got the Dow up 182, it would appear. At the moment, we've got S&P up 24 points. NASDAQ up 100 points. That is half of 1% for the Dow, 2/3 of a percentage point for S&P. NASDAQ up 0.8%. And inflation stays stubbornly high in the U.S. Headline says CPI shows even as prices rise more slowly. This is the problem with the inflation rate. It is not coming back down quickly. It was supposed to do that. The thinking was by all the optimists that the inflation rate was temporary and then it would really back off back to the 3-4% range, and that might be good enough for the Fed. And it's not backing off to 3-4%. It's sitting more like 5 to 6. And you and I know that's not the inflation rate we have in our hometown. Our hometowns do not have 5% and 6% inflation. None of our hometowns, not one of them. We know the prices we are paying are much higher than 5-6% more in everything, whether it's cable TV, internet connections, grocery bills, electricity, water usage, city taxes, gas at the pump, insurance for your car, your house, life insurance. Anywhere you go, your prices are up 8, 10, 12%, 15% across the board. There is nowhere in America, nowhere where inflation is 5-6%. Doesn't exist. It is a fantasy number. The government underestimates the reality of the situation. They're using models from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and we are not getting the truth. We know in reality you can double the inflation number, and that's really what it is. We know that. There's no question. So there you go. Another fun day. Sofi, $6 a share right now, hanging around $6 a share. We're up 157 on the NASDAQ. We're up 157 on the Dow. NASDAQ is up 79. There you go. What else? AI up 30, Unity up 54, GameStop up 45 to 23.14, and Sofi 5.99, Tesla up 2.89, Apple up a penny. Apple up 74 cents. Pardon me, 161.54. HPQ down 5 cents right now. The old coffee. Love it. Need it. Must have it. Gotta have coffee. This GameStop seems to be climbing, says Splair. Yes, indeed it is. An insider bought stock. A director he didn't buy a lot. He bought 5,000 shares or something like that, but he bought stock on the open market to add to his position. Interesting. Sofi's insiders are buying up their stock, including the CEO. Interesting. Watching that closely as well. There you go. That's the name of the game, kids. Things are happening. Okay. Never a dull moment out there, everybody. Never a dull moment. Welcome to the party, pals. Great to have you all here with us today. Okay, 165 gain on the Dow. Make it 179 now. We're up 179 early morning. AI up 20. Unity up 52. Cyxtera is at 41.6 cents, up 2.8 cents again. Cyxtera is making another move. Got up to 42.4 already on just 43,000. There's nothing for sale. The seller seems to be gone. Whoever was selling Cyxtera at any price they could get got blown out all the way down to the 20-something cent range. The low of the stock was 28.4 on one of the closing nights, but I know the shares hit 25 cents during the day, maybe even 24. Now Cyxtera is 41. I think the seller's been taken out, and now it's just people nibbling up the stock going, well, I want to average down. I'm going to nibble it up while I can get it. And now it's 42.5 cents, up 3.6 cents today with no resistance to go up. So I can see it going back to 70 cents, a buck, without any ridiculous fanfare. Not in one day, but I can see it going up there. 170 book value, best as I can tell you. It's cheap. Anyway, there you go. Welcome all to the party. And I hope you were able to get some Cyxtera at some really cheap prices. Or if you haven't, you're grabbing them here and averaging down dramatically. Why not? GameStop 23.13 up 44. SoFi at 5.96 down a penny. Tesla 189.91 up $3.12. There you are. Manager, are we out of danger now, Uncle Bruce? We were never in danger. We were never in danger. Now that the CPI numbers are out, should we invest now and buy on the long side or stay away? Manager, I take the long-term view, and I also take the view of being an option writer. That means I'm a long-termer. I find the quality stocks that I can live with, that I want to hold for a long, long time. This is what I recommend. And write calls against them and take the money. How many viewers here are sitting on gobs of cash that have come their way from writing options, being protected on downsides because they're writing options and enjoying these premiums to be able to build their portfolios? I think it's wonderful. But, markets do go up and down. There's no doubt about it. Can the market go lower? Yeah, sure. How far and what day? I don't know. Goldman Sachs price target has been raised to $385 from $350 by UBS. It's been upgraded to buy from neutral by UBS. So one of the analysts likes Goldman, and they're popping it higher, recommending it. So there you go. Goldman Sachs has been popped up. It's 331, up 375 this morning. Adobe is up 476. Vanik Vector's up 62 cents. Netflix up $1. Home Depot up $4. Amazon is up 38 cents. That's what's going on there. 23andMe is up 8 cents now, 227. Matterport is up 6 cents to 283. Rocket Lab 413, up 6 cents today. Just was hanging on. It was trying to get to 4 yesterday. Now it's 413. Just going. SmartRent 268, up 8. Spire's up 1/10 of a penny. 63 cents a share. Waiting for Spire to catch something. Get going. Microsoft up 128. That's slipping a little bit here. IBM is down 20. Pfizer down 23. Cisco is up 28 cents. Moderna is up 63 at 155.88. Google's up $1.06. Hewlett Packard HPQ is up 2 cents. Apple up 73. ATIP is up a penny. A 1/10 of a penny, I should say. Tesla's up 294. The Dow's up 184. AI up 14. Unity up 40. Cyxtera is 42.2 cents, up 3.3 cents today. GameStop is up 47 to 23.16. 23.16 for GameStop for its high of the session. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, interesting. Let's see. There we go. Cyxtera, 42.15 cents a share, 55,000 volume. Nothing stopping the stock from going higher. There's no sell orders. It's nothing for sale. Again, I am asking myself, and I keep wondering, is this a result? Is the reason that Cyxtera went all the way down into the 20-cent range, is it simply because a particular investor had a problem with their bankers on whatever trades were being done out there, and that investor happened to be a multi-million shareholder of Cyxtera, one of the original PIPE investors at $10 a share way back when Cyxtera became a public company via a SPAC. Is it possible that a early speculative hedge fund got blown out of Cyxtera, and many other SPACs, none of the others which we know of, that we personally know of, but one of them happened to be Cyxtera, and that entity has been taken out. They're gone. They're no longer able to sell any more stuff. They've sold it all. They've been blown out. They maybe went under. I don't know. I have no idea. Is it that simple? Was that all it was? And now that the seller has been taken out, the buyers are tentatively coming in here going, well, we bought it up to 30, and now we're buying it up to 35, and we kind of moved it to 38, and now we moved it to 39.40, and now we're at 42. And there's nothing for sale at 42. So could it go to 45 now without any resistance? And what if a bunch of people go, hey, I'm missing this thing. I should have been getting in here. I was looking to average this down. I didn't know I didn't have any time. I thought I had all the time in the world to average down on this stock. Obviously, I'm not being given all the time in the world all of a sudden. And now maybe this creates a bit of buzz. See, there's my answer. I don't know. Interesting, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. Cyxtera might go up a buck or two, says Flint. Go, baby. Nick, are we going right here? Flint, my Cyxtera level is 43 now. Very good. 42. I see 42, 43. Very good. We'll take the gains, and let's hope for many, many more. 115,000 volume now, so it looks like 50,000 came through. Not a lot compared to what, we did over 3 million yesterday? Over 3 million shares yesterday. Interesting stuff going on here. Welcome, everybody. 163 gain on the Dow, 18 on S&P, 53 on NASDAQ. Definitely higher. Evercore upgraded to buy from neutral. Stock price raised to 135 from 112 at UBS. UBS analysts are coming up with upgrades today. Manager, I corrected my mistake and I bought back my short on SQ, made $172 by mistake. That is definitely going to buy me 10 coffees and bagels for 10 days. Well done, manager. Way to go, making money even when you weren't intending on it. Well done. You've got the magic touch today. 42.15 on Cyxtera. 23.07 on GameStop, up 38 cents. Sofi 5.90, down 6 cents. Tesla's up $2. ATIP 24.4 hasn't moved yet, waiting for ATIP to kick in. Apple up 22 cents, HBQ down 2, FRC up a dime, Google up 77 now, fractional gains, Moderna up 42, Cisco up 31. So we have a bit of a pause in this market. Is this market going to sort of level off here, or is it just gathering some momentum to go for another run higher, or do we run into some selling as the morning wears on? Did we have a dead cat bounce on this inflation news? Where are we at? That is the question. I need my mistakes to work out like managers' mistakes. That's what I need, says DQ. There you go. IBM up a dime. Microsoft up 13 cents only now. Microsoft backing back off here. It was as high as $285.99, now $282.90. $3 backing away here on Microsoft. The ME is up 8, Matterport up 3, Rocket Lab up 2, SmartRent up 4 cents, Spire down 0.3 of a penny at the moment. Amazon is down 31 cents. Vanik Vector's off 165. Netflix down 64 cents. So we're getting some red bars beginning to show up here and there. A little here, a little there. Costco down 66 cents. NVIDIA down 376. American Airlines down 72 cents. So there's some red out there. It's not all green. We'll see how this see how it plays out. There you go, everybody. Thank you. We now have 149 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. It's much appreciated. If you're interested in the 5 classes for 4 deal, by all means, let me know. We'll get you set up with 5 for 4. If any of you would like to do a one-on-one during the afternoons or on weekends, Sundays, let me know if you're interested in the one-on-one. We'll get a time reserved for you, and we'll set you up there. All right, everybody. Manager, you will DQ. I just need to be frugal and not get carried away by all the hype. Nick, well, that was strong up move. Not. Manager, look at NVIDIA. It's coming my way. There you go. NVIDIA is headed in your direction. Yeah, no dull moments there, kids. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here today. Okay. There we go. The Dow shares, Dow Chemical, Home Depot are leading the gains earlier on today for the Dow, apparently. Raymond James Financial, the stock price cut to 100 from 130 at UBS. Charles Schwab, stock price cut to 70 from 90 at UBS. Interesting. That is interesting stuff. Keep an eye on these kinds of developments and news stories. Core inflation remains stubbornly high, headline says. That's, again, worrisome for the markets in a way. Something to think about. I read this morning that in-theater advertiser National Sin Media files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's interesting, I find. Never a dull moment with some of these outfits out there. Let's take a look here. The EPA is seeking toughest rules yet on tailpipe emissions. This is Wall Street Journal stuff coming out. That is the administration's push to go electric on vehicles. Walmart is closing 4 stores in Chicago, citing years of losses, pulling back in larger cities. Very interesting. Interesting stuff. There was a headline today in the Wall Street Journal about tax deductions that people were trying to take. And the article focused on YouTube creators, influencers, some of the ridiculous items they're trying to write off. Cotton candy, and $864 in sex toys trying to be written off by influencers on YouTube. It's made for a good headline. Let's see what else is going on here. The headline here says Texas border bridges race to expand as trade grows with Mexico. Most U.S.-Mexico spans are owned by the communities that surround them, so toll revenue stays local, bolstering the budgets of low-income border cities and counties, taking advantage of the border. Interesting stuff. Okay. Apparently, the wonderful Mrs. Maisel is back for its final season. It's a I'm not sure if it's out yet or it's about to be released. So the wonderful Mrs. Maisel is coming back into view. Jen and I love that series. Look forward to binge watching that. Thank you all for being here today. Dude, okay, Uncle Bruce, I did another roll up. I took an 18 to a 20, only cost me 40 cents, and I gained 3 months. Got a $20 strike for a 610 premium. Right on, good move. Manager, I just covered my NVIDIA short and I locked in 20,378. Well done. Manager, it'll go down more, but it's easier. It's better to be safe than sorry. Option Nomads, here's hoping NVIDIA goes down. It's been killing me for months. Oh, yeah. NVIDIA's had a good run. No question about it. It's had a good run. I gotta say, NVIDIA. Yeah. Boy, NVIDIA now is at 267.50, down 418 a share. The 52-week high, $280. The 52-week low, 108, and now at 267. Just last month, 279, April the 3rd, actually, 9 days ago. So it's come back from a bit of a pop here, 279.66. $12 drop already, a little pullback. The question is, will go below 264? If it breaks that would be the low set back in around April 5. And we're at 266.96, so we need a little more dropping off to break that technical support level. Auntie Jen, talk about technical support level. You were being talked about this morning. One of our viewers had a hip operation on March 22nd, I think it was. Okay. So not too long ago. Already ditched the walker. Yeah. And coming back stronger. Yeah. And asking how you're doing, and you're doing great. And
it's the 2 to 3 thing. After 2 to 3 days after surgery, you start to feel like yourself again. You got the anesthetic out of you.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks, you're starting to feel your strength again. Mm-hmm. Like you're getting rid of the walker and you're starting to, you trust your balance. 2 to 3 months is where you hurt yourself, because now you're feeling great. You've got it. This was easy, and that's when you hurt yourself.
That's when you have to pare back and I gotta take it easy here.
And that's your physiotherapist.
You're ready to push your body, right. But your body's going, I'm not ready to be pushed.
Please don't go on a 2-hour bike ride.
Yeah, don't kill me yet. Work me up. Work me up into strength. I'm coming. Yeah. Yeah. And now
you do too much, and then something else. Your back will hurt, and with me, my other joints hurt.
Right.
And it's like, okay.
It's not the hip that's the problem. It's the rest of the body trying to catch up to the new hip.
And it's the hip too that you forget, and you try to rotate too much, or you want to sleep on that side again.
There you go.
You got to give it that 2 to 3 months.
That's it, baby. Yeah. That's it.
But otherwise, you just feel like you can take it on.
We went to the mall yesterday, and Jen just walked the whole mall. No problem.
Yeah. No problem. It's all good.
It's all happening, babies. It's all happening.
I'm passing people.
That's right. We were walking behind I hate to say this, but I have to say it. We were walking behind an elderly couple, which means they were in their 70s and 80s, and we're in our 60s, and we look at them as elderly. Now, 28-year-olds look at us as old farts. Yeah, these were elderly, but
it was a generation ahead of us.
But we had to walk around them. Yeah, and Jen put the passing gear on and just walked right past the two of them. And I'm looking at her going, who is this? Who is this? Because 6 months ago, someone with a cane couldn't keep up with seniors, elderlies. Yeah. Now she's just passing them by.
But way to go. Keep it up.
Because I'm
do your exercises every day.
I'm figuring you're back now to where you were 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's improving. It's getting better than that.
That it's now the new hip is better than the other hip.
Yeah. stronger, more flexible,
More rotation.
more rotation. Yeah, things are improved dramatically. That's
Yeah.
3 months. The 29th of March was the third month. This is what, April 12th. So 3.5 months.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to get here. And this doesn't stop. This continues to improve. It's fantastic. We're loving this. I'll see if anyone's saying hi to you here. Options Snowman certainly has had a good run. Goodness gracious, on NVIDIA. Manager posted my trade in Discord. DQ, yeah, NVIDIA burned me. Lame Duck 152. Option Nomads, yeah, it's been a painful run up in terms of calls. Splair, good morning, Jen. Splair, and you all, I wish everybody here already a successful and relaxed day. John Anderson, good morning to Jen. Thank you, John. Thank you, Splair. Fantastic, everybody. We're up 165 on the Dow at the moment, 8 on S&P, 53 on NASDAQ as we get through the first 20, 30
What
minutes.
happens today?
And inflation come out this morning.
That's what it was, inflation.
The top
And-
line,
yes.
top line consumer inflation showed a slight decrease. The problem is 5.1 to 5.
Yeah,
That's not going to stop the Fed from raising rates.
yeah.
Core inflation at the wholesale level
Yeah.
is stubbornly worse. It's higher.
Oh, there you go.
And that's the problem. That's what the Fed is really watching,
Yeah.
is the core, if they're trying to kill that. Because that has to drop in order for actual prices to really drop. So, of course, around everybody out there who's watching here, we talk about this all the time. The inflation rate is 5%.
Yeah.
Do we see 5% higher prices everywhere we go?
No.
We see double that.
Yeah.
And more.
Yeah.
The reality
Some
of the world.
them are astounding.
Yeah. There's no such thing as 5% inflation anywhere.
I know. You look, and it's almost like there's certain catfishing, because you look at it and you think, no, wait a minute. Last week wasn't this like last week? Last week this was overpriced, and you start to question your sanity.
Well, last week,
So, no, it was.
last week the item I wanted to buy was higher by 20% from the week before, and this week it's another 5% higher. So
Or-
it's 5% on top of the percentage point higher. No.
Or they didn't have it last week.
Or they didn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
they didn't have it, and then when it does come in, it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly right.
Can I get my little radio from you?
Yes, so we are all
All plugged in and
charged up, juiced up,
juiced up.
ready to rock and roll. There you go. Fabulous stuff.
Oh, everybody go have a wonderful day.
Yes, indeed.
Wonderful one.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Work your hip and keep the exercises going and getting
Yeah.
stronger, faster, and thinner.
It's like they say, we do half, you do the other half.
Boom.
Boom.
That's right. We put the new hip in. Now you work it. That's
right.
it, baby.
That's right.
That's what it's all
But yeah,
about.
getting rid of that walker. Oh, I didn't like the walker.
That was nice to see you goodbye to that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got calluses on the bottoms of my hands.
Maybe Auntie Jen should autograph the walker, and we'll auction it off to the highest bidder. Anybody want to buy a walker signed by
Want
Auntie
a
Jen?
walker?
You have to pay for shipping.
Oh, I should take it to like the street fair and just leave it. It's like a
Accidentally
a
leave it behind.
catch and release program.
Yeah, catch and release. Someone take it away from
Take it
me.
to a good home.
Take it to a good home.
A read and release.
We don't need the walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great. We don't need the walker.
I don't know if other cities do that. We have a read and release program
Yeah.
where you read a book,
And release it.
and on the front page you have paper that says this is part of the read and release program, and then you can go and register it on the website. So if I'm looking for a book, I can just go to that park or to that restaurant or somewhere, and it's there, and I can just pick it up and take it. And then I read it and I leave it for someone else. Read and release.
I don't
I
know.
love it.
I don't know. I don't know if we.
And we have little neighborhood libraries where people just erect. It's like a large birdhouse right by the sidewalk, and people take books out and put books in. It's like a neighborhood
Yeah.
conventional library.
Alberto says, "Pay it forward. Give it to DQ." Spirit Uncle Bruce, the Walker idea is now great. Made me laughing because there will be someone who's going to buy this thing. Have Auntie Jen sign it, and it'll go for thousands of dollars.
There you go.
There you go.
It's already got my DNA for my hands in it.
That's right. It's got the Jen DNA on the handles. You can lick the handle all you want.
They are very nice, though, how they collapse and everything.
Oh,
but,
foldable. It's great.
yeah, it's easy
We
to
had it at
get
the
out,
back of the
but
room here when we first got
Yeah.
it, and it served its purpose very well. And
it comes with two different leg covers.
yes, and it's adjustable
The
height
catchy
lines,
ones, the
height
sliding
adjustable.
ones, height adjustable.
Fancy
Though,
dancy.
though there's like if you were like a very tall person, if you're over 6 feet tall, that thing is not going to make you. It's not going to get up there.
You're gonna need a big boy.
Yeah, you're
a
gonna
big
have
boy
a
walker.
big or a big girl walker. But
I guess if LeBron James had a hip operation, this walker would not work. It would be down by his ankles.
yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't work too well.
that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
right on.
Okay,
All righty.
see everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Andy Jen. There you go. Oh, man, there you go. Thank you, everybody, for popping hi, saying hi to Auntie Jen. It's great. We are now on this market holding a 170 point. We were holding a 170 point gain. Looks like 152 on the Dow now. The AI shares are off 67 cents. Unity down 49. So a little selling coming in there. Sixtero 39.9, just under 40 cents. GameStop up a dime, 22.79. Little selling coming in. We're down 14 cents on Sofi. Tesla's up 76. ATIP holding a 1/10 of a penny gain. Apple's up 22. HBQ up 9. First Republic up 6 cents. Google's up 24. Moderna's up 98 cents. Cisco up 25. Pfizer up down 9. IBM is only up 17. Microsoft up $1.04. ME is up 8. Matterport unchanged. Rocket Lab down 2 cents. SmartRent half a penny lower. Spire down 1.8 cents now. Amazon is negative 35. Home Depot 175 to the good. Netflix down 267. Vanik Vectors down 124. Adobe only up 84 cents now. Goldman up 250. Boeing up 115. Meta up 1 penny. We've got Royal Caribbean negative 112 now. We have Costco up 16, JP Morgan up 142, Target down 50, Walmart up 72 cents, Disney up 49, Nvidia down 350, American Airlines down $1.05 to 13.26 on American Airlines. Nvidia today, the low of 266.26. Right now 268.19. Still off 350, a little bounce back, but off 350. The earnings PE multiple of Nvidia 154 PE multiple. You think it's a little overpriced? Maybe, maybe a little overpriced, but the market loves Nvidia, and that's why it's where it's at. All right, there you go. 165 gain on the Dow, up 8 on S&P, Nasdaq up 53 points. Oil up 65 cents a share. That's what we got. Cyxtera back to 40 cents a share, trying to hold that level. Volume on the Cyxtera now, 227,000. The low of the day, 39 cents. The high, 42.4. Now back to 40. And millions of shares are not for sale on Cyxtera anymore. It used to be hundreds of thousands available anywhere you wanted them. All of a sudden, there's nothing here. 227,000 in 34 minutes. There's nothing here. Cyxtera could pop. It could take a pop. Just saying. All right, there you go. That's the dealio as I see it here, with GameStop at $22.81, up 12 cents on the session for now. Tesla up 132. SoFi 584, down 12, with a high today of 605. We started with a 605 run right at the beginning. Now we're at 584. We've already touched 580. 7 million traded, quiet, not very heavy yet. And so SoFi's pattern continues. We seem to get an early morning run up, and then we seem to back off. Bank of Canada holds interest rates steady, second month in a row. That was predicted by everybody. They're watching the USA. Canada is trying to hold the line, not have interest rates go too high. This could be bad news for the Canadian dollar, however, because the Canadian dollar will rise if the bank rate were to go up. But the Canadian dollar can drop if the bank rate doesn't go up. Right now, the Canadian dollar is a little better off at 134.40, which is 74.3 cents to the American dollar at the moment. But it was as high as 134.8. It's now 134.4, and it's just kind of fractionally moving along. Nothing too serious going on with the Canadian dollar. All right, that's the deal as I see it. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the parties, pal. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at here? Credit Savage. Boom. Uncle Bruce, out of my April FRC 15 covered calls, I paid 75 cents to buy these babies back. Stink bid got triggered. I got $8.75 for them. Bought them back at 75 cents. Now looking to sell some August 15s to get $4.80 for these contracts. Is this how you do it? Laugh out loud. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how you do it. You sell high and you buy lower, and that is called keeping the change and making some nice bucks. And that's how you go to Hawaii with a family of 5 and enjoy yourself. You make money in the options market. You earn points on your credit cards. Get hotel accommodations for nada. Get deals on airfare, and let option premiums take you to Hawaii. Enjoy your trip. It's going to be great. Welcome, everybody, to the show, the channel, the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations of greatness. Thank you all for popping through here and being part of the show and the channel. Giddy up. Okay. Up 172 on the down now. Back to that 170 level. We don't seem to be able to go up 200 or 300 points at this point. We're just kind of drifting along here. AI still off 50 cents and Unity down 40. They were up this morning, but they're both lower now. Sixtera trying to hang on to 40 cents. Gamestop 22.83 up 14. And then Sofi down 13 cents. Your Tesla up 168. All right, everybody. Congratulations, those of you writing options and enjoying profits. Those of you who are moving into deep in the money calls, it's a good idea to do it if you can. You want to buy a deep in the money call with a lot of time premium on it at the 90-10 rule or better. And then you can write right after that and bring in capital on write more contracts than if you're a shareholder. Always an idea to think about. Those of you writing calls on QQQs, SPYs, you've got to keep an eye on these markets. It's a different game entirely. It is not cheap to buy deep in the money calls on SPYs or triple Qs, so it's not for everybody. But if you have a favorite stock, a company you like long term, then move into the market of that stock, whether it's a stock or deep in the money calls, and start writing contracts and make your dough. You're being paid by the option gamblers, huge premiums, generally speaking. It's very good out there. All right, everybody. Thank you. Manager, I bought 3,000 Sofi with that short profit. I now have 325,000 shares of Sofi in my hands. Giddy up. I'm going to be writing 3,250 calls. Can't wait for Manager to be writing that many calls at $2 a piece, bringing in 650 grand on an option right, buying them back at 50 cents, writing another 3,250 contracts yet again, bringing another 650 grand, give back 50. Away we go, baby. Banner's going to get rich. Splair, again, have a good one, y'all. Rewatch later for the last half hour. You take care, Splair. Have a good day today. Make a ton of money out there. Keep it going, my friend. Thank you for your support. Sixtera, 40 cents a share, up 1.2. GameStop up 16 cents. 22.85 is where we're at. We have 162 thumbs ups today. Thank you all for coming through for us. I appreciate this. The knee emojis are just at the ready anytime they're needed to spur the market on, to make it pay for your needs, wants, wishes, and desires. Neat. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work all and be writing. I've shorted more SQ with freed up capital, says manager. Credit Savage. Uncle Bruce, I figured that by excuse me, I figured that by getting selling almost $5 against 15, a stock at 14 today, and getting $5 all premium, that can't be bad. Can it? What's wrong with this trade? There's nothing wrong with this trade. This is a juicy, juicy deal. You don't have to buy deep in the money calls to make some serious money. Here, you buy the stock at $14, write $5 premium calls, and say, thank you very much. May I have another? Pretty good stuff. Stock markets with Bruce, neat. Larry Titus, neat. Alberto manager, nice work. I just broke 100,000 shares of Sofi. John Anderson, neat. Manager, when SQ drops, we'll buy more Sofi with that profit as well. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Well done on writing calls and picking up bargoons, and away you go. 40 cents a share on Cyxtera, $22.90 on GameStop. They're both ahead today. SoFi is down at 586, down 11, but it's improving. Tesla 170 to the upside at the moment. That's where we are on Tesla. Dow is up 175 points. Seem to be leveling at that point at this moment. All righty. There you have it, folks. How you doing on your options? Let's see. What did you write on? I think Credit Savage was writing these. He's writing shares. He's writing calls on First Republic Bank. Credit Savage. Even if I'm going to August with these FRC calls, First Republic, it's still all premium. That's almost 125 premium per month of doing nothing. Yeah, there you go. Manager, my goal is to get to 500,000 Sofi. I want to grab 500,000 of these babies, and I can write 5,000 calls at a time. Yeah, man, 5,000 calls at $3 a call, $1.5 million in the front door. That's not a bad deal. That's how you call. That's called really making money. Yes, indeed, it is. Remember, kids, if you've got 10,000 Sofi shares, you're going to write 100 calls. And if you can get $2, $3 a call, that's 20, 30 grand coming in the front door. That's got to be making a difference every couple of months. Having that kind of money coming into your hands, got to make a difference. There are folks here who had no idea, no thought that they would ever be thinking within a year or two of following this YouTuber that you might be pulling in 20, 30,000 a month in premiums. You never thought that. You never knew what a premium was. Very interesting changes here. I'm going to have to pay huge taxes, but that's okay. Getting pretty risky. Well, what can we say? When you're holding a winner, you're holding a winner, and that's all there is to it. Look, I don't see people worrying about holding 1 million shares of Apple. I don't see people worried about holding 1 million shares of Microsoft stock and writing gazillions of contracts. I don't see people having problems. I don't see people having tax worries. I don't see them having problems getting richer. They just get richer, and they deal with getting richer. There's ways to dealing with getting richer. It's easy to do. It's going to be sweet to retire by 50. I'm moving to El Salvador, the safest country in the Western Hemisphere. Can't wait to trade while drinking organic local coffee and overlooking the ocean. How about that? There you go. There's a thought right there. What the hey? I tell you, for those of you who are experiencing the freedom of having quit your day job, writing options now as an ongoing thing, and for some of you, you have really changed your world. I mean, you have completely changed it out. You have offloaded assets because you just want to hold. You want to be more minimalistic. You want to start traveling. And some of you are hanging on to an apartment and traveling anyway. Others of you are putting stuff in storage, getting rid of the apartment and the monthly cost, getting rid of the cable bill, getting rid of the phone, not phone bill, electric bill, water bill. Some of you are selling homes, and you are traveling for an extended period of time, coming back home, stay with relatives and friends for a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and then you're moving on. You're becoming traveling nomads, but not with a stick and a little bundle on the end of the stick. You are traveling comfortably and seeing the planet from an angle you've never seen it from before, courtesy of writing options. This really has been a life changer, a lifestyle changer, a perception of the world changer. And I welcome those of you to the party. Jen and I, we've been on the road now for, it would have been, well, a year and a half now. But by the time May 1 rolls around, we'll be in a quote, in an apartment again, but not a house, just an apartment. And we're using that as just a home base to travel from going forward. And I can tell you that 6 months ago, Jen was looking forward to just sitting here and recovering from her operation and hoping that her recovery would go as well as it has, which thank goodness it had. Now the thinking is we're going to get our home base, get our stuff out of storage, have our apartment, and we'll start booking travel going forward now. We're going to start to go back. But the travel going forward will be completely different than the travel we've had already. And of course, I am doing YouTube on the road, no matter where I am. This is a new deal for Jen because Jen was stuck in the hotel room when we would travel to a new city. She couldn't get out very much unless we could get access to a wheelchair. We were really kind of stuck there. This isn't the case anymore. Jen is going to be mobile. This is a big deal, and it's going to change everything. Oh man, it's going to be fun. Wing Commander, hey, I've been lurking. It's all done. I've completed that. Uncle Bruce, you can start the show right now. Mirko, El Salvador is actually number 114 in the safest countries. I love that when one person says one thing, another person says, well, actually, my stats say Dow Jones, 203-point gain. We finally have a 200-point gain showing here. 19 points on S&P. We're up 26 on NASDAQ. But we're only up a fifth of a point on NASDAQ. We're up 0.46 of a percentage point on S&P. Dow's up 0.57. This isn't like a great, big, fat, juicy move. We're up 137 on oil, 82.90. It's trying to get promoted higher. See how long this lasts. Credit Savage, I think my kids will love living in a safe environment. The Pacific Ocean, after class and going to a German private school in El Salvador, so they can then go to college in Germany for free. How about that? Very interesting. Credit Savage, Mirko, yes, says Mirko. I guess it depends where in El Salvador you're going to live. Same thing in America, same thing in Germany, in the UK, same thing in France, in Australia. Wherever you live inside the country really is depending on how safe it really is, I suppose. That would make sense. Thank you all for joining in today. Credit Savage, how safe is America, the country where kids get shot while at school? When did this happen in El Salvador? And there you go. I know there are parents of school-age children always worried. Now in America, no matter where you are, it makes no difference whether you're in the safest neighborhood in America, the most rundown neighborhood in America. The funny thing is that there really haven't been many school shootings in really poor, depressed areas of the United States. It's been more in the upper middle class, comfortable areas where these shootings take place. It really is scary. Gotta wonder the randomness of it. In the USA, even politicians get expelled from Congress for being black. That's true. Vilma's rolling my GameStop 19 for this Friday. Just bought it back. I'm waiting for a little up move to sell. You're gambling. That's what you're doing. 22.54. The stock's down 15 cents. So you got it on a stake bet. You're now looking for your next offer. I hear you. Keep us posted. Hope it works out. 22.54 on GameStop. Cyxtera is approaching 41 again. 40.73 cents a share. It's trying to go back up to 41 again on Cyxtera. Interesting. Very interesting. Manager, my average on SQ short is 64.3, and I'm already up 30 grand on unrealized gains. Come on down, SQ, so I can get out of this. Christina, number 166. Credit Savage. The rest of the world knows how the emperor has no clothes. In El Salvador, there has been 8 murders for the year. How about in America? How many murders are there? How about just in California where you are? How many just in San Francisco area where you are? I mean, more than that. Scary, isn't it? Yeah, it is something unreal. We're up 180 on the Dow, not quite 200 anymore. Up to 19-point gain on S&P and Nasdaq up 34. Yes, yes, yes. Interesting stuff. 39.999 cents a share on Sextera. Another little silver coming through here. Interesting. Double D sitting tight on my GameStop 20s. I sold for $8. Nice job. Nice job. 22.65 last trade now on GameStop, just 4 cents lower. Merco credit, just Googled safest countries in the world. Out of the first 8, 7 are in Europe, plus number 2 is New Zealand. Double D 2024s says Double D 2024 20s I've written, and they're looking good. The credit savage, exactly in San Francisco, even CEOs of companies are getting murdered. Yes, it is unfortunate what's happening up there. Not fun. Yeah, it makes you wonder. It really does. Vilbas, we've been a bloody, violent country for the get-go. It's not like we developed from some peaceful utopia. We just have a lot more people and a lot more guns now, and there you go. That's the issue. That is the problemo. Well, unfortunately, that's the modern world in which we live. Now, you could take any stats any way you want. If I took stats for you guys and showed you what the murder rate is in the Coachella Valley where I am, you'll find it is relatively low. However, because there are relatively fewer people here, you could then skew the number and say, well, on a percentage basis, it's quite high. It's all relative to, I guess, where you are and what you're doing. But anyway, Mirko, I believe you. I just don't trust you. Laughing out loud, manager. Uncle Bruce, what is your take on Netflix? I'm still short on this thing. Will it drop to 250? I'm still not a fan of Netflix. I am not a fan. I really don't believe Netflix is going to be all that happy, and investors, I don't think they're going to be all that happy with the results of Netflix offering commercials for a lower pay rate per month. I don't know if that's going to fly too well. And it'll be interesting to see how the primary market does. That's America. With Netflix going forward, will they begin to lose memberships in America and gain them elsewhere? But that won't be enough to offset it. How many people will cancel the $18 a month membership, $15 a month membership, and buy a $6, $7, $8 a month membership instead? That's money lost. The ad revenue will not make up the difference. I don't see it. But again, there's a feeling out there that Netflix can do no wrong. I just don't buy into that. I think the stock's trading at too high a price. Okay, fair enough. I'll short 1,000 more. There you go. See, it's my fault if it doesn't work out now. You see how this works? I can't win. Oh, man. Netflix is sitting at $337.95, down 26 cents on the session at the moment. PE multiple, 34.3. There it is, a little high on the PE multiple in this environment, in my opinion. We're up 160 on the Dow now, and we're up 18 on S&P. We're up 41 on NASDAQ. That's what is going on here. All right. Headline news out of CBC Canada: Prince Andrew will attend the King's coronation by himself, without the wife and the children. Probably a good idea. Make the appearance and move on. Whatever. Sky High Kite. I canceled Netflix and I joined the Gold Bagel Network. That's the one I want, man. I enjoy the entertainment here much more than on Netflix. There you go. Manager, nah, I'm not going to blame you if it goes the other way, Bruce. No, not a problem at all. I'm not going to do that. Nothing. I'll take the credit, though. I mean, if you make a ton of money, I'll take all the credit. It's all good. I'm easy going. There you go. We are coming up to the final 5 minutes of our telecast today. I want to thank you all for being here today. We have got thumbs ups now, 169, 170 or so. We're just 30 away from 200 thumbs ups. I can only say neat to that. Thank you all for getting us this close to yet again another 200 thumbs up session Thank you to the rerunners out there who watch the show on rerun, who definitely put the thumbs up button on there. I do appreciate it. 170 plus have come in, and it's awful good of you to do this. Helps with the channel's momentum. The folks at YouTube really promote us relative to our size. We get pushed out there, and that's because you guys help out with the thumbs up. Thank you. John Anderson, thank you, everybody. The Big E, neat, neat, neat. There you go. TJ, neat, 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 neat. Here come the knee emojis. The knee emoji attack, I think, also has a way of affecting the recommendations of the channel. I'm not sure for the better or for the worse, but we're taking it for the better. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, did you ever get the $10,000 someone on this channel promised you? I do not make comments of that regard. That remains confidential. That remains discreet. And I just say, as an overall response, the generosity of this channel's viewership has been unprecedented. It has allowed Jennifer and I to spend the winter here. It has allowed Jen and I to fund her hip operation. It has allowed us to fund her knee injections now. It is allowing us to rent an apartment in Calgary. It is allowing us to be with you day in and day out. And we thank you all for your support of this channel, however you do it. And then the memberships are the easiest way to support this channel. Just become a member of this channel and just renew every month. Those of you who take classes, thank you. You've made a huge difference to us. I'm so happy that I'm able to regurgitate 45 years of experience to you through these classes and on these live broadcasts to give you a handle on what's going on and how things work. The one-on-ones, fabulous. They're just a pleasure for me to have, to spend time with you individually and work with you through your portfolios, help guide you and keep you away from making tragic mistakes in the investment business. I'm happy as hell to do it. And again, donations that come in here through PayPal, they are invaluable. Donations made through Patreon, thank you for those. It's a small little area, but we thank you. Those of you acquiring merchandise with our logos on it through Redbubble, thank you. In any way you guys help us, we love you for it. It just is, it's fantastic. SQ is dropping, says manager. Right on. Larry Titus, neat, manager. That someone is me. Credit Savage. That's wonderful, Uncle Bruce. Some of us just don't like liars, but I'm glad that things are good for you and Auntie Jen. Dude, that's a lot of dong, you know. There's a lot of dong out there. Thank you, everybody, for the dong. Oh, 39.5 cents a share on Sextera. We're up 0.7 of a penny. GameStop up 0.3 of a penny. No, 3 pennies. It's a gain, actually, green. GameStop has turned green. 22.72 for those of you thinking about writing new calls on GameStop. Keep that market in your crosshairs. Sofi down 15 cents. Tesla is up 94 cents. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for everything you do, says Credit Savage, and thank you, all of you, for keeping us posted how you're doing and for everything you do for us. Jen and I so appreciate it. We now have 179 thumbs ups. That is so good. 179 thumbs ups, only 21 away from 200. Thank you. Manager saying that Credit is mad with me because I shorted his SQ. It's all good. You're a buyer now. It's all good. It's all good. Not a problem. Welcome to the party, everybody. And thank you for joining us. 173-point gain on the Dow, 20 on S&P, NASDAQ up 49, oil up 128. And there you have it. Let's see how this market goes. All right, folks, that's it for the day today, for this show. Join me tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Primetime Live for Gold Bagel members. Don't forget the Primetime Live show. I look forward to having you join us tonight, and we'll talk options, strategies, and everything else. And thanks again for those of you taking advantage of the 5-for-4 deal. Those means a lot to us. Makes a huge difference to us. We appreciate it. Thank you all. And it's all good. Credit Savage Manager, I don't mind when you make him richer. He minds when people lie, laughing out loud. Marcus, number 180. Amanda, good afternoon, all. Manager, ever since I showed SQ, his tone has changed about my trade. Credit Savage, silly rabbits give themselves too much credit, laughing out loud. In the event, it is what it is. We're here, we're alive, we're moving forward. Thank you all for being part of the show, the channel, the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations, and 183 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you all very, very much. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern on the primetime show. Dude says it all right there. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, and have a good afternoon. Thank you all. Do the same. Have a wonderful day and the rest of your trading day. Make a ton of money. Keep us posted on how you're doing, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on. Thank you, Manager, for your kind words today, and everyone else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.